Welcome back to Pride Month. The Biden White House official Tyler Cherry apologizes for his past tweets comparing police officers to slave patrols and complaining about there being too much white people. I know you're not surprised. We have a lot to unpack here on Beyond the Headlines, only on Vigilant News. This segment is sponsored by Lean, providing weight loss solutions to serious dieters who want to lose 10 pounds or more quickly. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Let's start the show. Well, the Biden administration is no stranger to hiring weird queer people. We saw the trans person flashing their breasts on the White House lawn amongst the luggage thief, non-binary person, and that's not even the start of it. But this new communications director from the Biden administration has some serious past history, and it doesn't just include cross-dressing. Tyler Cherry, the newly appointed White House communications official, has apologized for some of his past tweets, which included a post that compared police to slave patrols. Tyler Cherry found himself in the center of a social media firestorm over the last week when past posts resurfaced that featured him espousing extremist rhetoric. It came after he had been promoted to associate communications director in the Biden administration, per Newsweek. The controversy erupted shortly after Politico reported that Cherry's promotion from his previous role as communications director at the Interior Department. Screenshots of his tweets dating back to 2014 and 2015 began circulating. And one of the reported tweets from 2015, posted during the unrest following Freddie Gray's death in police custody, Cherry allegedly wrote, "Praying for Baltimore, but praying even harder for an end to capitalistic police state motivated by explicit and implicit racial biases." Another post from the same period reportedly stated, "Time to recall that the modern-day police system is a direct evolution of slave patrols and lynch mobs." Now, of course, it's a free country and do what you want, but I don't know what's a greater crime. Commenting about police being slave patrols or thinking that he could pull off that blouse. Happy Pride, everyone. Looking at a few of his responses, America 201 brought up something important, saying, the Biden administration just hired this guy. Here are the direct tweets, by the way. He says here, abolish ICE. So, I'm about abolishing the FBI. It's not like it's beyond the credibility of someone to not agree with a certain branch. In fact, maybe abolish ICE. Abolish the federal government entirely, right? But the idea of calling, police slave patrols, that's just bizarre. Also, dude, the fishnet translucent rose petal top, I don't think anyone's pulling that one off. Again, is his crime really calling out federal branches of the government, or is it perhaps his fashion statement? Now, popular Twitter account, Libs of TikTok, brought up a slew of other tweets that this guy had. We can look at some of them. Down here he says, "Hey, I'm finished with my gender studies minor. Senior year is getting real." Now, you thought it was a joke when we said people are studying gender studies. They're now in control of communications in the government. Think about that. This is why I don't believe in stapling green cards to diplomas like Trump stated and Biden wants to do, because our universities are brainwashing people and turning them into literal idiots. So there that is. He also said, as well as for queer people of color and the intersectional role that race and sexuality play in police brutality, healthcare. It's like, this guy is nuts. Here's more. He says, at this point, how is everyone in the White House, Pence included, not complicit in the Russia scandal? So he believed in the conspiracy theory. He also has a bunch of anti-Trump tweets. He also said, thankful for Thanksgiving memories like last year when I ruined dinner by sparring with my uncle about systemic racism and police brutality. Sounds like a very healthy, balanced individual. Now, there's no way that Biden is appointing these literal nutcases. So who's actually running the White House? Who's in charge of approving these things? I understand about pandering to some extent, because that's what you do as a politician. I don't think it's great, but it's part of the role. But on the flip side, hiring somebody who's so concerned about this racism and intersectional police brutality and study gender studies? To me, this just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Now, Nate Hochman, I don't know how to pronounce it, said since he had exposed these tweets showing that the Biden administration is hiring progressive communist extremists, it looks like Tyler Cherry deleted hundreds of tweets, including many which had the word white in it. Now, he had tweets all over saying, there's too many white people here. There's too many white people in this picture. I don't know who's running the U.S. government, but I can tell you who's bureaucratically operating in their appointed roles. These people are having anal sex. Remember that? These people are having anal sex. 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 These people are having anal sex Remember when they were having literal sex in the Senate hearing room? Now, if you don't believe me, don't look it up, but you can look up the story on Google. Just type in safe for work. And what happens? Nothing. Then Trump, what? They say he exaggerated the price of one of his properties, which I don't even believe, and he gets a felony conviction. So you can have public lewd, indecent sex inside of a Senate hearing room. You could walk around and lie and, talk about how you hate white people, be a blatant racist, and they can hire you. But, say something somewhat controversial, and they'll kick you out of the Republican Party. I think we have a double standard on our hands. Now, I want to remind you that as we talk about that, everybody also is not just talking about Tyler Cherry and his insane tweets, but also, you ever notice that a lot of people are losing weight quickly with those new weight loss drugs that they're injecting? Now, a lot of people don't want to take them because they don't want to be poking themselves with needles, or they just don't have the money. But those drugs work by lowering your blood sugar and reducing your appetite so you lose weight fast. But what if you need to lose weight and you don't want to spend all that money and inject yourself? That's why doctors created a weight loss supplement called Lean, and the results are absolutely remarkable. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to lower your blood sugar, burn fat by converting it into energy, and curb your appetite and cravings so you're not as hungry. But listen, Lean is not for the casual dieter who doesn't want to lose only a few pounds or only wants to. The doctors at Brickhouse Nutrition created Lean for frustrated dieters with 10 or more pounds to lose. Let's get you started with 15% off plus free rush shipping so you can get Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. Visit leanvnn.com, LEANVNN.com, links in the description, and enter VNN to save your 15% plus free rush shipping. But hey, only get it if you're trying to actually lose 10 pounds or more, because this is serious and it will make you lose weight at leanvnn.com. Now, as I spoke about, Tyler came out and actually created an apology. He said, past social media posts from when I was younger do not reflect my current views, period. I support the administration's agenda and will continue my communications work focused on our climate and environmental policies. All right, so that's what he says. I don't know if I believe him, but you tell me what you think. Drop a comment down below and give me your feedback. Do you think he's just running cover, or is this really him changing his views? Also, before you go, do two things for me real quick. Like this video, and if you can, and you want to watch more of these news updates every day, subscribe to our Rumble channel at Vigilant News. Rumble.com is the place to get unbiased alternate media where you're not getting censored like at YouTube, and also follow us on X at Vigilant News. Don't forget, if you want to get these videos direct to your inbox, you can get our newsletter at vigilantnews.com, link in the description. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.